What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is an absolutely massive day for the whole Call of Duty community. Again, I don't know if it's going to be a good outcome because of this or if it's going to be a bad outcome. We have a lot of stuff to go ahead and discuss in today's video. But at the end of the day, regardless, I think we can all agree that this is going to be fantastic. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you do enjoy what you hear today, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time, mostly Modern Warfare 3. And of course, we are on the grind of 50,000 subscribers, so you guys already know every last bit of your support means the world to me. And last but not least, we do stream pretty much daily as well over on Kick, where we host open lobbies all the time. So if you guys are interested and you need a squad to go ahead and play with, you guys can tune into that stream. I got a link to my Kick channel down in the description of this video, along with all my other socials like Twitter and Discord. And of course, you can hop into the chat, you can add me up, and we can go ahead and run some matches. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, today is a massive day for the Call of Duty community for one reason and one reason only. Today is the day, as you can see right here from Charlie Intel, that Bobby Kotick is finally leaving Activision. Yes, December 29th. You can mark the day. It is today. Bobby Kotick is getting the heck out of office, and he's no longer going to be a part of Activision Blizzard. I know that a lot of people are going to go ahead and associate him with the success of this company, and honestly, I ain't gonna lie. If you're thinking business-wise, yeah, he made a lot of people a fortune, especially people who, invested in Activision. Are you kidding me, man? Not only have the shares skyrocketed, but they got purchased out by Microsoft. I mean, nothing but dub. So yeah, I know a lot of people in the business world are going to look at him as a great guy. But when it comes to being a gamer, especially a Call of Duty fan, he has done nothing but absolutely ruin my experience for years on end. Honestly, I chalk up the downfall of this franchise. And again, the franchise might be thriving on and it might be doing well, but these past 4+ years have been a disaster for OG hardcore fans. And I chalk up all of those bad times to this man right here. He claims to be all about games, and he might be. He might love games. But from my perspective, I can't tell. Call of Duty has gone down such a downward spiral. The teams have been just under such severe crunch. Sledgehammer and Treyarch have been abused like no tomorrow just because Bobby wanted his yearly check out of Call of Duty. Again, he can claim as much as he wants that he likes games and he enjoys gamers. But from my perspective, again, it's all business. And gamers, our community, means absolutely nothing to him. But ladies and gentlemen, this right here is where it gets a little bit interesting. And, honestly, I get a bit curious if we will actually see good changes for Call of Duty or if things will be the exact same way. As you can see right here from Charlie Intel, per the new memo sent by Phil Spencer, there is no changes to Activision leadership. Rob Kostich will remain the president of Activision Publishing, and the internal studio leadership and Call of Duty leadership teams are remaining the same. So, yes, we have Bobby Kotick out of the building. He's no longer there, right? He's gone. But that doesn't mean he hasn't trained everybody fully to the potential that he wants them to work at when it comes to Activision. It doesn't mean that he hasn't already set the ways, of how things are going, and they're just going to simply follow up. I do believe that Microsoft is going to do some good here, and I will talk about this a bit later, because I do want to discuss this right now. But I'll discuss some more positive things that I think Microsoft will do for us. But at the end of the day, I do believe that they will still just leave Call of Duty alone. They purchased it for one reason and one reason only. It makes a lot of money. I don't think they bought COD because they saw the community dying and they're like, oh, we have to save the OG Call of Duty community to make them happy again. No, I think they bought them because, every single year it brings in a ridiculous amount of money, And Activision has that. They have Candy Crush, right? They have they have so many games under their belt. It's insane. It's a cash cow. It's simply a cash cow. And Call of Duty is one of those franchises that no matter what, just absolutely sells like hotcakes. Makes a fortune for the company. It's almost like a subscription service if you think about it. And that's the best model to have. Subscription services are the models that these businesses hunt for because they are guaranteed consistent money. You can look at the revenue and say, yes, I will be getting this set amount for, so many months. And yeah, sometimes subscriptions drop off and sometimes numbers will change, but it's a lot more accurate to, base a number and give real facts off of, subscription numbers than it is off of, sales of a game that could flop or do very well. You have no clue because it's not in the hands of the consumer yet. But COD, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bad a COD game is going to be. It makes them so much money that indeed it's almost like a subscription service, model. And that's what they want. They want that cash flow that Call of Duty provides. And they're not changing any of the leadership. Joe Seacott is still the head of Infinity Ward. He's still doing this thing, the person that we despise. I'm assuming if things are still going the same, Infinity Ward is still going to have the majority of say when it comes to a lot of the decisions when it comes to Call of Duty, and all the people at Activision are still there, and we have no clue if they're bad, if they're good. Yeah, there's a mass majority of people out there who work at Activision who are good employees. I'm not saying they're all bad, not even close to it. But if all the heads are still there and the only head that left, the only suit that left is Bobby, does that really mean that much? Again, it's great that he's gone. But, again, there's still so many suits up there that can still make the same exact decisions that he did. Does Microsoft buying them out mean that we will, even see any good changes? Or are they just going to keep doing the same exact thing? And it still kind of sucks because Bobby still got a fat check out of it, He's being able to retire, get a huge check, and kick it after he just did the things that he did to the Call of Duty community. It hurts partially, It kind of hurts still. But again, this is supposed to be a positive video, not a negative video. It's a good day for Call of Duty fans, Bobby is gone, and hopefully this means that we will see some positive changes with the company. And honestly, we already have seen a few positive changes, Honestly, I think Modern Warfare 3 is one of the best games we've gotten in a long time. Even to the point where the whole advertising, the whole point for, getting it out there to the community was to say that it was everything that was not in Modern Warfare 2. Every single problem that we had, every single thing that Infinity Ward changed is just irrelevant. And, they're saying that this is what God is supposed to be. It's kind of wild to see. I didn't really think they're going to go ahead and take that approach. Also, the sudden burst of communication with Sledgehammer Games, yeah, they did talk to us a little bit with Vanguard. I'm not going to lie. They probably have been always the best team when it comes to communicating, but it's never been anywhere close to how it is right now. And again, they're on winter break right now. They're away. I'm assuming they're going to be coming back soon. So that's why we haven't really seen too many updates. That's going to be the real deciding factor if they actually care or not, is if they come back from their winter break and they continue to put in that work. If they do, fantastic. If they don't, then yeah, I guess they did finesse us for the preseason, but only time will tell. But this is the most communication I've ever witnessed in my life when it comes to a development team. And I personally think it's because of Microsoft. I'll be honest. Why is it right when Microsoft comes in, this team is completely open with us about everything. They're talking to us about all the problems. They're changing core gameplay designs for us and, going above and beyond. I really appreciate it. And honestly, like I said, I think it's because of Microsoft. And also the talk about skill-based matchmaking, it's still not here. I'm assuming that it's either going to drop when, the mid-season will come for Modern Warfare 3, or it's going to come maybe sometime in January. That's what I'm guessing. If it doesn't come by then yeah, they definitely tried to finesse us. And we'll talk about it. I'm not forgetting. I don't think any of us are forgetting because they gave us a nice, good message that is pretty much, across the internet. You can probably find that tweet anywhere. They can't fall back on this one. They already said they're going to go ahead and talk about it. So it's only a matter of time when they finally do. But again, do you think this would happen under Activision? Every single time under Activision, they're not allowed to say anything. And here we are under Microsoft, and they're able to open up a bit more. I don't know. I still think something fishy is going on because on the Reddit board, they still weren't able to talk about anything. It's almost like they're trying to plan what they're going to say, and they're trying to do stuff behind the scenes to change the matchmaking so they can say it's something different. I talked about this in a few videos before. It seems a tad bit fishy, but again, regardless, they talked about it. It's something that we've been waiting for ages, years. They finally went ahead and openly said something. It didn't have to be, a dev like Michael Condrey back in the day with, World War II when he left and Activision assigned him to a different team. And then he came out and talked about skill-based matchmaking. No, this is the real Call of Duty team addressing matchmaking. So we'll see how that turns out. But again, another positive. I see good changes with Microsoft here. I just hope that they are trying to improve the game and the quality of life for the community. And they're not going to continue the ways of Activision. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell if you want to be notified for more content just like this. And last but not least, we do stream on Kick pretty much daily. You can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.